We're back on the podcast. I have no microphone this time. I'm just using my headphones because we're talking figures and
TikTok.
wrestling figures. I mean, any kind of figures, really. Money figures, like figures. Anyway, basically, on
Money figure.
Friday, like in accounting or money, the figures, like that's like
Oh, God. Like,
yeah.
okay.
It was a joke, a bad joke. We went too long with the joke. Anyway, so on Friday, I wake up and I get a text from Justin, and he's
Well,
like, "Hey, they put the Okada figure on Ringside Collectibles."
well, technically they've had these up for a while, but they posted the scans. Like they had the scans, but this was like the details scans of like what this figure actually is going to look like.
hmm
So I send the pic to you, and I send where you could get it from.
And you said that you already got it. Like you bought it like before I think you got like a whole set or something.
I saw the whole set, and I was like, hey, I want to buy all these.
I mean, I like they have Will Ospreay, they have Tanahashi, they have Okada, and they have I
Ishii.
know it's Ishii. I forgot his name. I know it's like Stone Pitbull or whatever. Anyway, um,
They had
so
the pre-sale in like November, and it said it was gonna be only on pre-sale for a month at like the Super 7 site. I think they're the one that makes them or something.
mhm.
Anyway, it was like very prototype-esque, and it was like, okay, these are gonna be the figures. You only have a month to pre-order them,
Yeah,
and once they're gone, they're gone. But they don't ship till the summer, and I forgot. And then a month later, Ringside was like, oh yeah, we have the figures to pre-order. So I've been thinking about getting them, and then the pictures came out, and I saw them, and I liked them all, and I was like, "It's Series One." If you look back at most Series Ones in wrestling, they're usually worth money, and these are New Japan guys that people know. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna pull the trigger and get this."
and I took that as yeah, and then I'm scrolling through Twitter, and this is all before I even leave my bed in the morning. I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I see Justin say, "Mike doesn't know, but I sent him to his house." I was like, "Oh my god! Like this guy! Like we're gonna have to figure something out with this whole situation. I mean, you can like literally like claim that you live here now because you've gotten so much mail here." And I
Right.
was like, I'm not going to like. There's no way I'm going to like fit these in my suitcase. Like there's no possible way.
I know
But
I'm gonna go there. I'm coming back next year. I don't know when, but we know I'm gonna make a return
so
sometime.
basically, I'm gonna have like these
Or
figures
what?
in a box just sitting there for like a year. It's gonna
Yeah,
be a year.
it's fine.
So
It'll be
um,
fine.
I gotta figure out where to put them. I mean, I have no room, so I'm gonna like throw in the basement. Like, oh yeah, those figures. Um, so
Oh, it's fine.
so
As long as they're in the box, I don't care.
so you got one to open.
Okay, so I bought the four to keep. I might get them signed. You don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Get them
Yeah,
signed, keep them. 5 years, I resell them. They're gonna be
yeah.
rare. I guarantee that's gonna happen.
I would say don't get them signed.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I buy more and I get them signed. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But
Yeah.
like these are like series one. They're super mint. They look super cool. They're only four in a set. Yeah, they're more than like most people. Like AEW's ones are like I think they're like 145 for all six, but this is like 175 for
Four.
four.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're gonna come out like every 6 months or whatever, and like I don't know, they look cool, and I was like, I'm gonna get these. I've been thinking about them for a while. I knew I was gonna get the Okada one for sure, like once they actually released them, but once I saw the actual like the drawings and the actual like colored pictures of them, I was like, I'm gonna get these now just in case for some reason these are gone, and I'm gonna hate myself for not getting them. Or you never know, like no one buys them, they got to go on sale or something, you know?
So I thought about that and I was like, man, I really want that Okada one. It would be cool to have the Tanahashi one. It would be cool to have all of them, but really I only care about Okada because of the price. So I went on Ringside Collectibles, and for the first time in my life, I made a purchase from Ringside Collectibles. I got the Okada one, which comes out in July, I think. And then I was scrolling on there, And I
Little
was like, what?
little scroll ski.
I did a little scroll on the front page, and I saw the bubbly, a little bit of the bubbly ringside collectibles exclusive. And I thought about what Justin said, where Justin is trying to like, we'll talk about this in a few minutes, where he's trying to sell all his figures, his old WWE figures, and he said that the ringside collectibles are always like the hardest to find because they weren't, put out in stores. And I thought about that, and I was like, this bubbly one. First off, it's Jericho with the AEW title. You get a microphone, a table, you get some food, and you get the bubbly in a
Bubble.
rectangle bubbly box. And I thought about it, and I was like, well, I mean, people are going to be going crazy for that title, that little title belt for their figure. You're going to get a lot of people that are, as sad as it sounds, they're going to go to the store, they're going to buy it, take the freaking like the belt out and return it because a lot of people do that for WWE. It's terrible. Those people, there's a place for those people, um, you know, and that's just wrong. And so that's going to be hard to find. The fact that it's a ringside collectibles exclusive is going to be cool like down the line because that was exclusive to that website. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, the bubbly like is probably the one Jericho thing that I really really like, but it is a figure of the event that I was at. Like that was right after he won the title at All Out. It was backstage and it became a thing after that. So it's a way to kind of commemorate that event in a freaking toy form. You know what I mean? Because
Have
the
that bubbly beside your real bubbly bottle.
exactly, I got a whole spot right there.
I think never
And
gonna see the light of day. That thing's gonna be sealed up.
what?
That thing's gonna be sealed up. It's never gonna see the light of day.
I don't know. So here's what I'm thinking. I think the Okada one I'll definitely open.
Yeah, so I bought a second. If I didn't mention this, I bought a second Okada
Hmm.
shipped to my house. That because Mike's gonna be holding those for I don't know how long. So, but I wanna unbox and open it up and display it because it looks so cool.
And I have the gold. I mean, you do too. I have the gold
Gold micro baller with the
Okada
regular brawler.
regular one, and next to that, so those sit on my stack of dollar bills. Next to that, I have my super duper ultra rare Shawn Michaels defining moments, the one that he's in his WrestleMania 25 get up, where he's got the all white with the white hat, the white jacket. I mean, I think that figure goes for like $200. Um,
Well, no, open one it was like 70 we saw last time, wasn't it?
oh yeah, the open one goes for a lot too. So that's why, like, I have that open. I opened that as soon as I got it. I made a video opening it, and I just like that figure so much. Where it was one of those things where I don't want to keep this in the box. It just looks so cool. I dust it off every now and then. It goes with my Shawn Michaels stuff. So I think I'm definitely gonna open the Okada one, and I'll put it right next to it. I think I'm gonna open the Jericho one because here's the thing. Um, like the Funko Pops that I have a ton of, I don't like taking those out of the box because I like how, I like the artwork on the box, and I like how they all stack and they're all like good to stack. Um,
Yeah.
the Jericho one is gonna look so cool set up with the belt. He's gonna be standing there with the
Man,
microphone, the bubbly,
this
like
is see, you know what? You texted me when you said that. What did you text me yesterday? Hold on, I'm gonna find the text. You keep going.
um, I just it looks
Found it.
like a cool section, and I could put it with my all out ticket, which is a piece of paper. But
I found it. All right, here we go. I was like, the only okay. I was like, you're not buying the ringside bubbly exclusive. I said, thought about it. We'll see. New Japan's releasing figures every 6 months, so I'm gonna keep up with that because I didn't want to. I don't want to start the AEW train.
yeah,
And you're like, the only thing I'm getting because it's ringside and it's from All Out. I'm like, true, it would be cool to get signed. Um, the thing with the bubbly is you get all this good stuff: the belt, the
exactly.
table, minifigure, the mini bubbly, and etc. I was like, hey, fucker, stop, make me buy more. And you said, LOL, and I say, I have a problem. And then I'm like, we should record a figure podcast soon.
And so here's the thing: the Series One AEW figures, the ones that they're releasing first, those are all the attire that the people are wearing are from Double or Nothing, which means Series Two of those people are going to be hopefully the attire that they wore at All Out. And so my thought is, I'll wait for Series 1 is going to be really hard to find. The only ones I want to get are the Young Bucks ones because I have to have Young Bucks figures because Young Bucks are the best. And I mean, they're like the Young Bucks are what CM Punk and Shawn Michaels and Kevin Steen are to the WWE. You know what I mean? Like they're like if I had to make a personal Mount Rushmore, it goes Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, Kevin Owens, the Young Bucks. Like on that they are on that Mount Rushmore. So like I need their first figures. I'm gonna open them up. They're gonna be doing the pose. They're gonna be in that Elvis Presley gear, and um, like if I don't find any of the other ones, I'll be fine with that. When they release, hopefully the All Out gear, and then next after that the Revolution gear would be next.
They can't
So
really
I
do them over and over again because they still got to release other people. They got
well,
Pentagon, Phoenix, and
yeah,
everybody.
that's yeah. I'll get my Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Trent like 3-pack, the SCU 3-pack, like
Figures pretty
so.
much like the ones like the UFC used to make, like that same style of packaging and everything.
hmm They look
If you
really
look at
sweet
it, yeah,
packaging. But here's the other thing. Okay, there's two different routes I'm gonna go. So the first thing is, let me tell you, if I walk into Walmart and I see that stupid AEW title, the toy version, you better believe I'm buying it.
yeah, you're
Like
definitely gonna buy.
I'm
I'm
definitely
gonna
gonna
buy it
buy it.
like sealed and then like sell it like in a like couple of years. Be like, oh hey, AW title belt.
Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna buy that. It's gonna be a meme. Probably gonna wear it to the airport. I didn't say that. You'll forget when I actually do that anyway. The other thing is, okay, now this is you said you had a problem like yesterday or
Yeah.
whatever Friday. Okay, I have seriously considered buying that $100 ring
Why? Why the ring?
because it just looks so sweet. I mean,
Like
like
you're talking about the to scale ring. I think it comes with Kenny and Jericho. Or am I wrong? Or just Kenny?
just Kenny. But
Yeah.
my whole
So
thing
that'll
is
be some Kenny just for that ring too.
so here's the thing. I think of like early like when I listened to the Zach Ryder and Kurt Hawkins figure podcast, like
Oh man.
the first month of their podcast, um, like they I think they said like when they were kids, like they didn't have that one, so they were like I want that one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing where it's like I never had like I always wanted the real ring skirt and like to almost to the fact where like I made my own stuff. Like I made a whole Raw stage, and I had like I mean this was built out of wood. We painted it. We
Wait,
had a ramp.
is this right now the starting of us collecting figures to make a display? Because I feel like this is how it starts.
Okay, here's the thing. Not to make a display yet because I don't know where. I don't have any room to display it. I'm looking around. I don't have any room to display it unless I move my record player.
You're
Not going to move
two
my
more
record player.
events away from like filling up your wall with posters.
What?
You're 2 events away, 2 more AEW shows away from filling up all your walls.
No. I haven't even put the Revolution poster up yet.
Okay, so you're full. Never mind.
I'm full unless I take down your favorite Kansas flag.
Oh, the K
Like
flag.
yeah, like that would be the only thing. Plus, we didn't get Moxley to sign it, so like that'll be like I have. You know what? Also, I have. I also have. I have. I think. Yeah, I do. I have every Star Wars movie poster that I need to frame and hang on my wall, but obviously don't have room for that. So at some point, I'm gonna have to take down either the Okada towel or the Punk flag to put those up.
Hmm.
So
We can admit right now that once we get into something, we're two addictive personalities that get to dive in too hard, too fast.
I, in 2016, lived down the street from a Go Hastings store. And everybody knows Go Hastings because Stevie Breach used to joke about that he had the GoHastings.com Wrestle Center.
GoHastings.com Wrestle Center.
When I went to Kansas and I saw that Hastings store, it's not even Go Hastings, it's Hastings. I popped huge because I was like, I never in my wildest dreams thought this was a real store, and here it is, and I live by it. Um, when I went there one day, and they had a Clark Griswold. I hope you know what that is. They had a Clark Griswold Funko Pop, and I was like, I really don't want to collect these, but this one is cool. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I need this. And that was 2015, I think, maybe 2016. And I'm going right now to the Funko app. Yes, the Funko
This
app.
is why I didn't start, Mike. I had that one Funko. I'm like, I'm not going to add to this, and then I just got rid of it and gave it to you.
If these are up to date, I have 61, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but when I put a shelf up, thinking that it was just like I was going to be able to have them, all the ones that I want on display. Well, you know what? Some of the ones that I really want on display are covered by the other ones because they finally listened to me and they made office ones. So that became an issue. I need another shelf, which also goes back with the Okada towel because I might need to take that down for the shelf. I bought a Baby Yoda one yesterday because I saw it. I was like, I saw
I
two.
thought they call it the baby. I didn't even call it Baby Yoda.
It's called the Child.
The child.
Yeah. Have you seen that the thing on Disney Plus?
Of course. Week to
Okay.
week.
Yeah, obviously, like who hasn't seen that? I have two episodes anyway, but I bought those
Oh,
because I
dude.
was like, I know that those are going to be hard to find at some point
That's gonna be like
because,
the thing where I want to be like, why didn't I buy a Funko?
well,
That
I
stupid
mean,
baby Funko. Anyways, if I didn't tell this already, I had one Funko, which is at the time the rarest, still one of the most rarest in wrestling,
I'd
and
say it is the rarest.
it is the rarest.
Yeah.
I think it's I think one of them, those Ray ones from San Diego
Oh
Comic
yeah.
the other day.
No,
But like,
the Ray from 7-Eleven.
oh, okay. Anyways, I got it as a gift, as like one of my friends just gave it to me. She was like, "Hey, I got you like little something." It was the Punk, and I was like, "All right, cool." I displayed it. It was there on my shelf for what, 3 years. One day I searched it up. It's worth whatever, a couple hundred. I didn't care that much. I looked at it. Mike let me stay at his house twice already, and I'm like, "Here you go, thank you," because I always wanted to get Mike something, but he never wanted me. He didn't want, never wants anything. So I was like, "Here you go. Here's a gift. Thank you for letting me stay at your house."
And that's why Justin ships up to my house for him to pick up when he gets here.
Yeah. Hey, remember that time I gave you that Punk one that's worth $300?
Yeah, I'm,
I got stuff
it's
here and there, like just random things. Like I
it's
got you that. Remember that biscuit hat?
oh yeah, dude, I remember that we were in line. I was like, see how much the biscuit hat is, and then I think the guy just like walked over and picked it up because like
He
he had to
no.
spend so much.
I bought two shirts at one stand, then I bought another two at another stand. He's like, if you spend $100, you get the hat. I'm like, look, I bought two shirts over there. And like, he's like,
Look,
give me the hat. I threw it at you. Here you go.
I'm looking at the hat right there. I mean, because I didn't get one at all in, so I was bummed that I didn't get one.
You gotta
But
take care of your friends. If you let them stay at your house, you gotta take care of your friends.
yeah, I mean, what was I gonna say? I mean, yeah, like the punk one is the only one that I don't have on my shelf. It's in a case like with the other punk stuff, like that punk comic book thing. You know what?
So yeah,
Also, like when like when it really crossed the line for like figures and for Funko Pops,
yeah.
I walked into Target in 2017, and I heard that there was a like 10-foot Porg Funko Pop. I walked into Target. I saw it from a mile away, Justin, and this
What is this?
box was it's a 10-inch Porg. You know Porg from Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a 10-inch Porg, and I saw it from a mile away, and I was like, "That's so ridiculous." It was $30. I picked it up. I walked to the cash register. I checked out, and I was like, "I regret nothing. This is incredible."
That's
Like
in your car. It's me every time.
it's like I'm staring at it. Like it's next to my Dundee collection on
Mm.
top of my record player because that's like one of those things where I think like with the Funkos, um, like it's cool that they have ones that are like gigantic, um, but to me, like it's kind of like unnecessary. So that was the only one where I was like, this is almost like a life size pork size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I want that one. The only other one was the Pikachu one, where I was like, oh, that'd be cool to have, but I don't need any more gigantic Funko Pops. I have enough as it is.
If I start, I'm just gonna go on a spree. I'm gonna go on Office. I'm gonna go on wrestling. I'm gonna be like Mike. I'm gonna get back my punk thing. I
Here's
need
the
New
thing.
Japan.
Here's the thing with that now. You say that, and there was a time when Hastings was going out of business where they had all these Breaking Bad ones. They had Gus Fring, they had Walter White, and it was just a million Gus Springs and Walter Whites. And like now those are out of print, and I wish I would have bought them back then. Like it sucks because I was like, man, like I didn't think I would need it back then, but now I want it. The other thing, just finished Parks and Rec, great show. The Office is still my number one, but if there was ever a show to knock on the door, that would be it. Um, like I said at the beginning of watching Parks and Rec, I was like, I've seen all these Parks and Rec Funkos before. I don't want them. I'm just gonna watch the show, and that's gonna be it. I
And you're
finished
like,
the
hey,
show. I finished the show. I went on eBay. I saw like all the ones, and there's none that are above, or there's none that are under $20. They're all like 20 or more, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get lucky. They gotta re-release them. So I did it with The Office, and now I will fight to the death to.
this is why I said to myself, you're only collecting New Japan now because it's easy. It's
Yeah.
four. Every wave's gonna be four. I was looking at other because so the whole start of this too is me joining that Patreon group. Then I was like, I had it for the extra
You want to
month, and then
explain
now,
that?
okay, so I joined the Patreon group.
What
I
you
think I
gotta?
explained.
What page? You gotta continue. Like,
I
what
joined
is
the
it?
writers Patreon group
Thank you.
to join the Facebook group. I paid $5 to sell my figures. I ended up started listening to the podcast. They released their Stomp in Paradise figure. It got sold out in 20 minutes. I happened to get one because I was like, hey, I could buy this and flip this, no problem. And then now I listen to the podcast. Now I want to keep it. I won't even open it now. Like display them. So like that's how much they got me hooked. And I know if even if I open and display it, I could still sell it for what I paid for it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like looking at old WWE figures that I used to like Undertaker, Hasbro's. I like, and then I found this line like WWE Masters of the Universe. It's like the He-Man style figures, except WWE version, and they only have 2 sets so far. And I'm like, and like they look cool. Like, oh, I could open these and display them. Then I'm like in my head, I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need this.
Well,
Like I'm fighting myself.
here's the funny thing about that. When they re-released the like the Hasbro, like the retros, the WWE ones, um, I went to the store and I at one point started to buy the ones that I liked. Like I mean, I couldn't even list them to you because I have so many. I have like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, I have Chris Jericho, I have like Mankind, Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior. Um,
Yeah.
like I have like a bunch of them. And when I went
Yeah.
to my Walmart, I always used to see John Cena and Randy Orton. And I'm sorry, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. So I bought the Brock Lesnar one, but I was like, I really don't need a John Cena, and then I really don't need Roman Reigns. Um,
Yeah.
Fast forward to today, that Roman Reigns is like, I don't know, $200, and I was like, well, you got to be kidding me.
What?
Because there's like a misprint or there's some reason why that the Roman Reigns is $200 or something. It's very
Like I
expensive.
know the Undertaker one. I found it loose for $45.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
mean
like to sell me that. We're gonna do a trade ski. I'm gonna get that stupid Undertaker figure from you.
the purple one with the gloves.
Yeah. Huh?
The purple one with the
What?
gloves.
What? The what? The
You
glove?
talking
Yeah.
about? Oh, you want that one that bad? Wait, is that rare too?
A little bit.
I bought the Mankind one at TJ Maxx for like a penny. I feel like it was like $3. It
Well,
was
don't
like,
worry. I'll give you a trade. I'll give you some stuff, and you're like, all right, here you go. I'll give you some punk autos or something.
I mean, well, like here's the thing. I don't know where it is. I think it's in that bin over there. But I have all of them. I have a ton of them. So I'm like, I don't really want to I feel like that's like it's got the collection's got to stay together.
I'll find a way to get it from you. Anyways,
But
this
I mean,
start. See, I'm glad I didn't figure out those Hasbro things, because I would have bought those things up too.
yeah,
Because I like
because
small style of figures. They're easy to collect. They're easy to display. You know.
like the Zack Ryder ones, yeah.
Yeah, like the micro brawlers. I want to collect all the micro brawlers, but like because it makes so many of like independent wrestlers that I don't really care about, I don't. So I just bought the Okada ones, and then I just got the Brett one from the pro wrestling crate, and
I
then
got
I happened to sign up for the pro wrestling crate for this month for the All Star, like the top sellers, and now I'm gonna get the Stomp in Paradise ones this one and next month, and I'll probably be cancel that after, or go
the
back to the
only
t-shirt.
the only weird one that I have. So I have Okada. I have Golden Okada. I had CM Punk, which was the first one. That was like the hard one to find, and luckily, like they have them in the store. So when I went to the store, I got that one. But the only weird one I have is Eddie Guerrero because I found that at a half price books sealed for like I don't know $4. So
Such a random like
well,
can't believe that's like the
they
other
had
store.
that. They had like Kamala. They had Switchblade Jay White, I think.
Remember when I
But
was
I
at the
just
store, I almost started buying all the New Japan ones, and I'm like, all right, no, I don't need any of this.
well, here's the thing. It's because like the like they're cool. Like me personally, they're cool. But spending like $15 on it, it's like, eh,
Yeah,
like I don't
like
see
like
why.
I we bought for what 15. I'm like, all right, that's like a cool variant, and then I'm gonna buy the regular Okada one.
Yeah,
I'm like, that was it.
exactly. Like buy the ones that you like. Don't buy them just because you have them. The only one I did was the Eddie Guerrero because one Eddie Guerrero, like you can't like go wrong with Eddie Guerrero. And like it was on sale at some random store, so I was like, oh, deal. Like sounded good to me. So
So yeah, and also me selling all my stuff makes me have money now. So I'm like, oh, I could buy this,
you're
and it's
selling
like,
your
no,
old stuff that you don't want to get the new stuff that you do want. Even though you're selling figures, you're still buying figures.
yeah. And then after it cycles back, and years later, I'm gonna be like, why did I buy all this stuff, and then try to get rid of it again. But I'm like, but some of these ones I want to open and like have to show.
So I, um, when they came out, it was Series 16 WWE Elite. I bought Kevin Nash, Diesel, and CM Punk. One because the CM Punk I wanted, because I had the Best in the World shirt, and then the Kevin Nash and Diesel ones both went for, I think at the time, the Kevin Nash one went for 200, the Diesel went for 150. Right now, I don't know how much they go for, but I bought those strictly because I knew that they were rare and I wanted something rare. Is there anything that you have sold recently or that's in your collection that you bought because you knew it was going to be rare or because it was rare?
I found an Ultimate Warrior Defining Moments. I paid $15,
Like the
and I
original
sold.
one?
Yeah,
Wow.
I sold for 100,
There you go. That's what
and it
it
was
needs.
like, and the only reason I found it, I was like, when I was cleaning my room and getting all the figures, I found it behind. It was like a wrestling that Royal Rumble anthology set where you open it up like a book, and it was
Yeah.
behind that.
Well,
So yeah, the CM Punk one, oh, this one's used. Never mind, 79.99.
which one?
The CM Punk one, the best in the world shirt.
Oh,
Right now,
Series
there's
16? Or the shirt?
auction for 2 days at $83.
What are you talking about? The shirt or the figure?
The figure. Oh, this
Oh,
one's open too. Wow. So
Series,
these
Series,
open, yeah, Series
Series
16.
16? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, these open ones that go for a lot.
Like
So like,
I stare at it all the day, all the time, all the time. Like I just, it's like it's the money in the bank figure. That's why I bought it. Losing my voice because that's got the it's got the best in the world shirt, and he's wearing his Chicago gear. So to me, that's the money in the bank
it's
figure.
so weird. Like I want all these, but I literally just sold my Sean Taker ringside exclusive classic superstars figure, which is like I loved at the time. Like I need this to have it on
Why did you
display.
sell Taker?
Huh?
Why did you sell Taker?
I didn't care for them. They're just on a bookshelf. I'm like, I don't want these anymore. I got rid of them all. And I'm looking at all these elites. I'm like, I want them, but I'm like, it's in a couple of years. I'm like, I don't want them anymore.
You know what you're gonna start doing now?
What?
You're gonna start going to the toy section at the Walmart
I
or
know.
whatever
I
store.
am. I
Yeah.
am. I'm gonna start buying those stupid He-Man. Watch. I guarantee right now, those He-Man things I all want. That's like $20 each. I guarantee you, in like years, they're gonna be like worth like double or triple. I'm gonna be like, why did I just buy them?
Well, that's yeah. I mean, that's with anything, and that's why it's um, like it's not even like here's the thing. Um, I remember back in I want to say 2007, maybe it was 2006. I don't remember. I remember like it was right after like a birthday or something, I went to Toys R Us and I went ham. I went ham on buying figures. I bought any figure I could find. I'd spent hundreds of dollars, and went back home with all my with my big bag of figures, and I opened them all up, watching the you know how they had Saturday Night's Main Event,
Yeah.
like they really brought that back. I was watching that, opening my figures, and it was a blast. Like I had a blast doing that. Um, and it's almost to the point now, I feel like, and obviously this has been like this for years, but now more people are, kind of like thinking about it and getting back into it thanks to the Ryder and Hawkins podcast
So
because
nostalgic, dude. It's so nostalgic, and
it's
like
nostalgic
a
and
lot of people are all working now. So like when we were kids, we're like, oh, we could only buy the ones we really want. Now you're like, I want to go back and like collect now.
was there a figure that you always wanted when you were a kid but you could never find?
I don't know. I think like just Undertaker. Like I always want Undertaker and Sting. Sting figures was such a big deal, and like they didn't come out with one till like 2000 what? Like late 2000s for TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because there
Okay,
was
here's the story. Here's the story. Remember those Piper Bob Orton figures, like the Legends figure that would sit in every Toys R Us shelf through the history of time?
like the one that has like a gigantic, ridiculously gigantic like plastic box around it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got a Mr. Perfect of that.
Everybody's video, like if you watch like old 2010, 11, whatever videos, like when they go to Toys R Us, it always has those figures. That thing goes for $100 to $150 now.
Serious? What does the Mr. Perfect go for?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna look this up right now.
But it's not
WWE.
like that figure. Everybody saw that figure. That was like the figure that would never sell.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember they were always like, yeah, no one wanted them.
Yeah.
Dang, dude, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to sold because this is insane. Okay, so I'm trying to find one that wasn't best offer because this is ridiculous. Um, okay, here's one out of the box. It's the WWE Mattel Legends Mr. Perfect Elite action figure. Comes with the
Yeah.
belt and it comes with the towel. $40 open. This one, $75 in the box. Justin, you know what? I bought this for like $9 at a freaking like Big Lots.
Damn, dude. See, like that's what exact that. So series one, right? Like all those.
Well,
That's
this
what
is Series 3, but
But you know
still.
what I mean? Like those Legends figures, those like people like that grew up in the '80s and like early '90s wanted those figures, and like they go for so cheap, and then years later it was like I want people are like, okay, I want to collect this line, and it's like, oh, actually they're worth way more.
This is crazy, dude.
That's why like
Like,
in my head those New Japan figures because they're so expensive now and they're so detailed, it's like just gonna go up, isn't it? Or like I'm gonna look back on this and I was totally wrong, but like whatever.
you know how many times I saw the like that one series like when like it was like the DX when they made their return, they had those figures in the like the black and red boxes. Like it had Triple H and it had
Yeah,
Hornswoggle.
G
Um,
Elite.
like it had Triple H with like a title was like another one. You know how many times I saw those in the store and was like, man, like, here's the thing. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go back because I made figure videos like it was like I watched Breach make figure videos like crazy. I'm going to go back to all my figure videos like that I did like, hey, here's the figures in the
Yeah.
store. I'm going to write down all the figures that are in there and I'm going to like see how much they are worth today because I think that would be really interesting, especially for me because like it's one of those things where I saw them so much. It's like why didn't I just buy it then? Like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? So like all those punk figures that were just like there, like, like why didn't I like obviously I
Like
didn't buy them.
flip through the shelf. It's like punk, 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 whatever, whatever.
Yeah, now it's like crazy. Like it's crazy that these are just toys that kids should be playing with, but but like adults are just like going nuts over them, and they're not
Yeah.
like it's almost to the point where and like I understand, like I totally get it. Like I'm not like bashing anybody who like collects figures because obviously I have 61 plus Funko Pops. I have like a million like boxes in my basement of figures. Um, I think we should bring the figure collection video back. Like, like next time you're like at your figures, like you should film a video of all your figures because I think I'm gonna go.
Instagram, on Twitter. You don't even upload it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna, we're bringing that back. Like 2020, we have all this time. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna go in my basement and look for my boxes of figures because I have all these single figures that I just can't find at all.
Remember
I
that
don't.
Hornswoggle Elite? That thing goes for $100.
What is that? What
I
about
for like 20 or 15 or whatever.
like you know what the heart like? I was glad to find a Hornswoggle figure. I mean, this one goes for $15 on like open box, and it doesn't even have the hat. Like that's crazy. Um, I remember my two hardest figures to find were Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, to this day, the ones that like back in the day, obviously now you can find them. To this day, I could never find a Jeff Hardy at the store. I went down to like this house down the street, and like I knew that they were wrestling fans. They had a garage sale once. I bought a Jeff Hardy figure there. That's my only Jeff Hardy figure I have.
Yeah.
And then Rey Mysterio, I found. Like I remember going to a KB Toys and being like, "Hey, can you put on hold?" Um, like if you ever get a Rey Mysterio figure and like call me. They never called me and then they shut down. Um, so like I mean I mean this is literally the Major Wrestling Figure podcast and I think I'm gonna have to start listening to that again because now I'm being all nostalgic with this stuff.
It's terrible. Nostalgia is like that'll kill your bank account.
Oh, I mean, no doubt about it.
Like you get paid and you get little nostalgia, you're gonna be like, I could buy that, and then it downward spiral. Is what you start off with one, and then a year later you have 10, and then a couple years later you have 100. You know?
It's the same thing with baseball and sports cards because people are like, oh man, like I remember back in the day, like that card was so hard to find. Like now I can buy it because one, it doesn't go for as much, and two, like I have money now as an adult, so it's like you can like people can buy those cards. You were freaking out today that StockX has trading cards now. Like it's just like it's the like nostalgia kicking in with the financial like side of things where it's like people know that they can make money from this stuff, people know they can buy a box of basketball cards at the store and immediately flip it for $80 plus on ebay.
Especially like in this crappy like we're in a recession and people are scared to go into like even worse. It's like gotta find any way to make money, right?
Yeah, I mean BTB, big time breaks, he said like you get a lot of deals on ebay now, and like I mean that's the truth. There's a lot of people that are just selling stuff just to sell stuff,
Yeah.
and you
People
know
are buying stuff because they're working. They got that stimulus check. Like people forget people are working and then getting extra money.
yeah.
Like burning there in their pocket. They want to spend it. They're like, hey, I could go buy this now.
So look forward to figure videos. Um, and I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go look for my figures, my single figures, and even if it is like a podcast, like where we just record the screen and just like go through some of them, and I'm gonna go watch all the old figure videos that we made because, I mean, God knows like how much like is just sitting on the shelf in the store back then. Like you remember going down the aisle at Toys R Us and it was like a whole aisle was just wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Like
And then it's just like actually in Canada here, like we would get half an aisle, but like if you go to Toys R Us and get that full aisle, oh man, it would be the
oh
best.
yeah, I mean when wrestling was popping back in like even in like 2006, 2005, 2007, that around that time, like it was still pretty popular because that's when I remember it the most.
Yeah.
Um, that full aisle, but all right, well. We just talked 40
There we
minutes
go.
on figures, and
And and then we'll make more figure videos once we start getting more figures because I start this is gonna be like a train that keeps going.
well, here's the thing. I'll end on this. My Jericho one is shipping with the Okada one, so one is going to have to wait for the other because I wanted to get free shipping because I refused to pay shipping on those. So I got free shipping on that. What?
How'd you get free shipping?
Because it's over $50 as free shipping.
Really?
You didn't know that?
Did you put a code in?
Yeah, it's free ship. It had a little annotation on the thing. It said
Oh,
on the
right. My
screen.
thing cost so much that I put the 10% off code and I saved more.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So,
That makes sense. All right.
all
All right.
right.
That's it.
Well, that's it. We'll
I'm
talk to you
probably
again.
thanks to you. And this is going to start the AEW trend.
This is not good.
I
We
don't. The only reason I don't want to, let me clarify, I don't want to collect AEW because I know they're gonna put out so much stuff. That's why.
Here's the thing, Cody, Jericho, they already got tons of figures. You don't need
Yeah.
them.
But I'm such a completist. If I buy the first set, I want the first set, you know?
Yeah.
But then after in my head, I'm like, are they just gonna mass produce these? And I'm not, it's gonna be worth nothing. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
buying it because I want it slash selling it for later because I'm not gonna want it after. I should not buy them. That's it. I'm done. Goodbye.